Hey guys, we're here going to be doing this video. It's about using the MACD indicator within Boolean Trader. All right, so as you can see here, I have a blank worksheet for Excel. I haven't done anything that yet, so I can start from scratch. Also, once you open Excel, also you want to have MT4 open. As you can see here, MT4 is open. I haven't done anything to it. Basically, it's set to USD JPY and to H1. And I have it to open prices only, fastest method. Again, you can look at this video and see at my settings in case you have some issues. Going back to Excel. Okay, so now basically we want to just get the same values. Always make sure the pair is USD JPY, so it's exactly the same as in MT4. All right, so I get the market information. I pull it up here. I leave about 2 columns. I like to keep it there for my conditions on open market. Now I want to pull out the candles. It pulls 200. Normally I like to get only 50 of them. So it's about 50. And one thing you have to remember on latest versions of Boolean Trader starting from 1.14 is that the values, the latest values are all the way at the bottom, not at the beginning. It's set in chronological order. So for your latest values, you will always want to look at the last cell. Okay, that's very important. All right, so let's start with MACD. Basically, one thing you have to remember about MACD is that it's going to return 3 values. That's one thing so important about it, and many people may make the mistake of only assuming that 1 value will be returned. Okay, so if we take a look at Honda here, I take a look at MACD, I double click on it, we see here it has it takes 3 inputs: fast, slow, and signal. And then it's going to return the signal and the MACD. And the third value is quite nice too. It's called the histogram. Okay, so what makes the difference that compared to the other indicators that we have built before, used before? So basically, instead of 1, you select 3. So you're going to select 3 columns for your array list. Okay, that really is the main thing. Then we're going to start building our indicator. So we're going to call it PPI, MACD. Now, the values we're going to use are these values. Okay. All right. Okay. So we selected the 3 values as you see it over there. We selected this as our input. Now, again, we use the same values that we saw on MT4 just for purposes. So what was it? 12, 26, and 9. So you do the same thing here. Basically, you're going to say for short period 12, 26, and then 9. Okay? Now, very important, extremely important is now is that you need to do now Control, Shift, and press Enter. If you press Enter right now, it's going to give you an error because this is how Excel deals with array lists. So Control, Shift, Enter, and there you go. My MACD gets populated. Okay, so we're going to put here MACD. This column is called the MACD actually. MACD signal, and this is the MACD histogram. All right. So now you have your values. Quite nice. These are the values that you're going to need to do comparisons and everything else to for your conditions. Okay. So now let's start. Let's do something very simple. Let's try open some orders and close some orders based on the MACD. All right. So now let's start open. Let's take a look at the column for the open, and then obviously I normally like to leave this here for visualization purposes, just like this. And then here I want to see my close orders. What you see here sometimes, a lot of times, when you see some previous orders that were run from previous tests, don't worry about it. When you run the test, these things get cleared out. So no need to worry. Okay, so now basically what you want to do now is the conditions. So let's do condition. So let's say Now I want to open an order. So I want to open an order when the MACD went positive. Basically, that's going to be the condition we're going to create right now. How do we do that? We'll see. Okay. So basically, you're going to do if, and what I'm going to say here in the logical test is, again, I want to look at this. The histogram now is something very, very interesting. The histogram tells you the difference between the signal and the MACD. So in this case, you see here the difference was negative to positive in these values. So now for me, it's pretty nice. Now I see exactly the moment when it went from downtrend to an uptrend and the opposite way as well. Okay, so for our test, we're going to say, I want here, when this value, I want to know that when this value is higher than 0. So we're going to test two values. Because we're doing two values, we're going to do an AND. So you can see we're going to compare more than one logical value. So I want to know when the value turns 0, when it's higher than 0, and the logical conclusion here is I want to see maybe 1, 2, 3. I want to know when a historical value close to the current one, when a historical value was negative. This will tell that within this historical range, that's when the change happened. Okay. So I want to know when the final value is at 0 and when the previous value 3 cells above was less than 0. Okay. Now, if that is true, then I want to open an order. Okay. So we're going to call VT open order. It's there. Call it symbol. The command will be 2 byte limit pending. Volume, let's make it 1. The price is here. The price would be equal to the ask. All right. Slippage, well, difference between points, about 10. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, you see, the nice thing about Excel and all that, I probably missed one parenthesis closing, so I can accept the correction. Okay. One thing also to remember was that if it's true. If it's true, you open an order. If it's false, then you want to say wait. Just for something, just to show on the screen. Basically, it's waiting to open an order. Okay. So now we have an open condition. And here, let's have a close condition. Here in the close condition, we would do the opposite. We would do when they turn again. Okay, so when it's starting a downtrend. If it's starting a downtrend, I want to close. If it's starting an uptrend, I want to open. Basically, that's all we're doing today. But again, if and again, if this value is negative, if L53 is negative, and it sells above, and if this value was positive, basically just happened a downtrend. All right. If that happens, I want to close order. Okay. I use my ADA ID. The ticket is right here. So the unique identifier of the ticket order. Okay. So in this case, the ticket order, sorry, it's probably going to be here. Yeah, see, that's nice. Sometimes when Excel closes it. Let's try like that. Okay, let's copy that. I think I'm doing it in the wrong cell. Okay, so yeah, here was ticket profit. These were the open orders. So I was wrong. I was here. This is what I wanted to do. I want to do my close condition right here so I can see it. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Okay. So this is what we want to do. So we want to do here again. We want to do here. Okay, so if and yeah. And now we're going to say the value again. If and this value was negative, is now negative, it's minus 0. Less than 0, and if two values above was higher than 0, then that means that it was a downturn. So we're going to do a BP close order. The ID is there. Okay. The ticket is yeah, right here. Now the ticket is here. Always remember to put a comma before you start selecting something from another place. Volume is here. Yeah. The price, now the price is here, is the bid on the market. It's here. The one thing here is if you're going to be copying it to other cells, it's always a good idea to, because you know this is a constant value. It's this cell that you always want. So ticket, that's the price, slippage, what it is. Okay, so that's my close order. And if you're not closing the order, waiting to close. Okay, and you can see that's my condition to close the order. All right, let's do this a little bit more or less so you can see kind of how things are going. We have an open order and close order based on the MACD. All right, so now that's really about it. We're gonna start BT and we're gonna see how this goes. All right, I'll save it just in case. Sheet. We already did one, so let's do the next one to level 2. Right, so version 2. And no, okay. So we check our settings here. Now we can start an MT4. Now, because we want to see how things are going, I want to add an MACD here to the chart as well. And I go on to Excel and start. And it's starting. You see this? It's moving. Hey, look at this. There's an open order. Orders that are being opened, and then see it's ready to close, and then it starts closing. There you go. We look at this. Yeah, look at it. Nice. As you can see here, for a little bit it was positive, and for a little bit it went up. This was maybe a false positive. No, it didn't have so much strength, but it followed a condition. It went against, it closed. Here, same thing. At this point in time, it turned positive, so we want to buy. We want to make orders. Now it's going to go up, and the moment that this thing turns, because now it's in a downtrend, there you go. And as you can see, we made $18 profit. And that pretty much concludes our showing. We're going to stop it, and as you can see here, this concludes our demonstration today, how to use MACD indicators within Boolean Trader. Thank you. Bye.